All right, here we go. 0.035 as a decimal. What is mine?
35. 85.
Not enough. Oh, what is it as a percentage? Actually, I was asking him real quick, but I'll come back.
85.
Right here. What's my percentage?
What do we know?
Remember.
3.5.
3.5 what? Percent. I always want to make that difference because now you created a percentage. All right, how do we go backwards? All right, I'm gonna go there, stack guy.
Move the decimal place over.
Well, let's just start with this. What's gonna be my denominator? Straight up.
1,000.
Can it be 1,000? Wait a second, you know this? I'm gonna bet. I'm gonna go off of what you're saying because you stat guy. What's my numerator gonna be? On the top?
Yeah.
You sure? Now, I understand. When you go far, like it's almost like when you've been to the moon, it's hard to come back to Earth. And so I'm not trying to make you look bad or anything. I would think it would be something similar to this. I'm not mistaken, right? But that's not right. What did you guys get?
I got 700.
700 what?
200.
720. So lowest common denominator. Thank you, sir. All right. So it was 35 over 1,000, then you just found lowest common denominator. Gotcha. Okay. I am sorry, still pretty good. Okay. Let's try one or two here. 33 and a third. I'm just gonna go with the biggest monkey in the room. What do we do? You see that mixed number, that mixed fraction? Let's make it an improper fraction. And I just want to start off by saying, yes, I do a lot of study, but I am not a math teacher. I teach history and coding. In fact, I will say this: the weirdest people at your school are usually the math people. No offense. The history department's always the coolest people. We always got the cool folks. Just saying. So let's start over here.
They asked the principal.
You know, it's crazy ones. They're mean. Why are they so mean? Because they're outside. That's why they're mean. All right, how do we make this into an improper fraction? 3 times. Right. So that's gonna give me 100, right? So 3 times that. That's gonna give me 99 plus 1. That's 99 over 3. Improper fraction.
You mean 100?
Oh, my bad. Sorry. I added the 1. Got that. All right, great. 100 over 3. All right. So that's that. Anyway, so my point is this: we're going to start going into percentages, and the reason why we need percentages is because interest rates are a thing. You need to understand what interest rates are. You need to understand how to convert those interest rates from the decimals back to their numbers, back to their percentages all over again. Sir, if you're going to be a statistician, you have to do this all day long. Like that is your job. It's constant. In fact, it's probably even more complicated math than this, and I don't even know about it because it makes my head spin. That being said, let's get to our game. So picture yourself as a 22-year-old. Imagine you live in an apartment with 1 roommate. You have a full-time job. You have made a budget, including both fixed expenses like rent and variable expenses like gas and groceries. So in between each slide, this should be talking about that. So follow teachers' directions by determining your monthly budget for variable expenses. Write your number next to your monthly budget for the variable expenses. So I just want to make sure, because this is actually one of our vocabulary from last week, we had to run through our vocabulary. I really want you guys to go back and review the vocabulary even after you left this place. Can anybody give me a fixed expense? Any fixed expense?
Yeah. Insurance? No, wait, no, that's
Actually, that will fit. Fixed. It should be fixed for the most part. For the most part. Let's say for the most part. Sure, I'll take it. Yeah, subscriptions, Netflix, all that stuff. What's another fixed expense?
Rent.
Rent. All right, so now we got it fixed. What's variable, sir? Give me a variable. What's that? Food. Okay. So like groceries? Yes, water bill, because it depends on how much water you use per month. Anything else? Electric bill. Okay, now, how many of you have a car? Okay, because both of you know of several variable expenses. Can you give me one, miss? One variable expense for your car? Gas. Oh my God. It never quite stays the same. And it's like, oh, it was 3 something. It was 402 this week, and next week it's $4.50. It just goes up, it goes down, it goes up. What is another variable expense for your car? Maintenance. So one day you're driving and your car starts making that noise. I walked out about a week or 2 ago. I was walking out from work, end of the day, I'm tired. And what do I see in my tire? A really large screw. $400. That's a variable. Something you did not plan. I did not plan for that day. So These are going to be a couple of different variables. We're going to do the first one. I'm going to give you a little time just so we can practice. But after that, I'm going to wait 10 seconds and then I'm going to go. So be on your toes whether you want it or not. If you don't take the item, there might be a consequence for not taking the item later on. So please, and here's the other part. Don't lie. Be honest. If you didn't buy the item and you get charged for it later on, just put your expense down. Don't try to be cheap on it. Okay? It ain't hurt nobody. Stephanie said, so here we go. All right. So each slide includes one variable cost. You decide whether or not to pay for each thing. Record your answers in the worksheet. You will have 10 seconds to decide on each item. Be quick. Be careful. Some of the variable costs are needs. If you don't pay for them, there will be consequences. That's what I was talking about. So here we go. Item number one. If you want it or not, let me know. Check the box. Put the cost. Uber to work, $13. You're running late. Your roommate is borrowing your car today, and the bus takes forever. Do you take the Uber? And like I said, I'm going to go get it really quick, so please understand. It's going to get more complicated. Take Uber to work, pay $13. That's a variable cost. That's something you didn't think about, and your roommate took your car. Okay, here we go. All right, after this one, I'm going to wait 10 seconds, and I'm just going to go. So here we go. If you want the item, just check the item, and then make sure you put the cost. Here we go. Item number 2, fancy donuts. It might be nice to start the morning with a fancy donut for you and your bestie. Fancy donuts for $6. Anybody? Anybody? Going once? Going twice? Sold fancy donuts? No fancy donuts? Okay, here we go. Item number 3. Weekly groceries, $75. Now, for one person, especially now, that cost is probably somewhere around $150 if you live on your own right now. Anybody here live on their own or have to get your own groceries? Okay, well, when you have to get to that point, single person, and some of y'all live at home. Now, when I was in my 20s, even when I lived away, I would go home to eat so I didn't have to buy groceries. And then I would take stuff out of my parents' fridge, which they would then get mad. You may know what I'm talking about. Either way, are you taking the groceries or not? Going once, going twice, so. All right, now if you did not buy groceries, go ahead and go back for that one. For number 3, it says pay $120. You didn't get groceries and you had time for the rest of the week. You end up ordering more takeout delivery. If you did buy item number 3, write $120 as your expense right now. If you did not get the groceries. Hopefully everybody's keeping up. Am I going too fast? Are we good? You okay? Okay, here we go. Item number 4, morning coffee or tea, $4. Should you stop by a local coffee shop on the way to work and get some coffee? Item number 5, concert tickets. Now, I know there's some of you in here that have been to a concert. Anybody ever been to a concert? Nobody in here has ever been to a concert? Okay, so you know what the cost on that is. And it ain't no $40, so we being real cool here. This is like Midwest prices. Your friend invites you to a concert for one favorite artist. Luckily, tickets are affordable since you don't have a huge following. If they don't have a huge following yet, $40. You want it or not? Item number 6, fill up your gas tank. $35. You're driving to work and you realize you're running low on gas. Okay? Item number 7, dessert $6. After work, you consider going on an evening outing to a local ice cream shop. Oh, game. $6 for ice cream. Now, that's about right, actually. That's about right. All right, going on. Moving on. Item number 8, friend's birthday dinner. $32. That actually does make sense. That's a good price.
Why are we paying for our friends' birthday?
It's your friend. It's your friend.
He's not paying.
It's your friend, boy. You got to kid me right now. Okay. So you go to the restaurant with your friend on his birthday. You're going to make him pay for his dinner. That's all blooded. All right, we're moving on anyway. That's 10 seconds. Pay or not pay? Some of us are a little cheaper than others. That's okay. New shoes. It's been a while since you bought new shoes, and these look nice. You ever been to a store or somewhere and you see some shoes that speak to your soul? If you didn't get gas, by the way, go ahead and pay an additional $55. Oh no, you ran out of gas on the drive home and had to take a taxi from the nearest gas station. Buy again a gas canister on top off the cost of refilling your tank. If you didn't buy item number 6, write $55 right now as your expense there. So if you did not get gas at item number 6, go ahead and write in $55 instead of $35. And by the way, I just want to point out that has happened to me twice in my life, and it's and it's because I don't know what it is. I was rather hang out with my friends, or I was going to go buy some weed, and I bought the weed instead of getting the gas. I don't know why y'all laughing at me. I like it in the first one, but I was young and I was stupid. And I'm not talking about recent. This is happening on my phone. Point that out. What? Right. No, see? Thank you. I told that one last week. But that's the thing. It's like you and your friends are doing stuff, and you know you're like, oh, I want to go out. Like, let's say you bought the concert ticket. Now you know you need money for it to go out and hang out at the concert. You go get gas and you go hang out with the girl. See, I ain't understand. But then you run out of gas. Here's the worst part. You did put gas in the car, now you got the girl, your car runs out of gas with the girl in the car. Car maintenance, $75. We all know what's up. It's time to get the oil change in your car again. If you put it off too long, you can damage the engine. I've done that before. I can tell from you probably done that before as well. And you can hear it getting progressively worse.
Yeah.
And you know what you need to do, but you just don't have $75 to spend on that. Item number 12, thrift store shopping, $15. You and your friends are going thrifting and you invite you along. I hate thrift shopping because I always seem to find something.
Right.
And then I want to buy it. And I shouldn't. So that's why it's bad. But I do like it. Item number 13, weekly groceries, $95. Time to stop and run groceries this week. And this is where, like I said, all this is about, this leads us to fixed versus variable cost. It's also opportunity cost. In fact, all this stuff that we're talking about is opportunity cost. Do you do what you're supposed to do within your needs, or do you go and get what your wants are? You gotta make a decision. If you did not buy groceries on number 13, pay $130 without groceries, or relying on more expensive nearby stores and restaurants. You bought takeout lunch every day this week. If you did not buy item number 13, you're at $130. I just want to say, and this is what happens as you get older, I have not gone out to lunch regularly in about 10 years. And it used to be like, I have to go out to McDonald's today. I gotta go to In-N-Out today. I gotta go to Dragon Box today. There's two things that happened. Number one, I was broke. Number two, I was fat. Early-ish. I'm older now. That's good. But yeah, now, Jeff, you probably understand, I eat salads for lunch with lots of fruit. And it's way cheaper. And I feel great. Video games. $45. You already have a game system, but there's a new game out. Okay, Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out. 6? Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out. You want to be the first one in? Yes or no? Now's the time, brother. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when it comes for you? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Order delivery, $23. You're tired of cooking. Been there, done that. Maybe you just order in tonight. Family birthday card. I'm gonna stop it. Jeff, what's your stance on birthday cards? I'm curious. Do you still buy them? Yeah. Now, every time I buy a card now, you start looking at the price. You see the price of a birthday card? I know. Jesus, for a card. I'm like, shoot, I can make this at home with some whatever's on Sarah's desk over there. Jesus, now $10 for a birthday card that they're going to throw in the trash after they read. I just feel bad for you. And for my wallet. Yeah, well, I mean, sometimes you get I will say this, sometimes you find a good card. But I mean, $10? That's the only reason why I don't throw cards away, because I need somebody to pay for it. So I'll hold on to it for like a year. Then I'll slowly. Snacks, $10. There's nothing to snack on. Should just pick up some snacks to have around. That's my children. They snack. What snack? Yeah, bunch of snackers running around snacking. Cheap headphones. Because we already know what's going to happen. They're gonna be dead by next week. Yes, dead by next week. They won't. Drugstore impulse buys. Drugstore impulse buys, $15. You need some nail polish? You need some shampoo? Need some face wash? Honestly, it's surprising. This is only $15 buy. You know how you go into TJ Maxx because you needed that one item and now you just came out with 3 or 4 more? They do that stuff on purpose. Just saying. Weekly groceries, $80. Who wants it? Who's getting it? This feels like a lot of groceries, but the average American adult spends more than $300 per month on a moderate food plan. You need to have a moderate food plan. We're going to talk about that today in our budget. Movies, $14. Popcorn, $21. That's real. That's real. Now, you can get the little baby bag, I think, for $13. Right, you know what that. They now do the thing where you get the tub and you can refill the tub. So that's why everybody gets a tub. Listen. Or you can just stay home and pop it in your own microwave. If you didn't buy groceries, that's you. Hopefully everybody's keeping up. If you did not pay for your car maintenance, that's you.
Why else we got?
Because that's how the game is. Is there anybody here that did not get car maintenance? Everybody got car maintenance. You didn't get it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, yeah. I was like in the game. No. I thought you knew, man. You in the class like the same thing.
He has experience. This car sounds like a gerbil for like a week.
Right. I heard that sound. That's your belt. That's your belt. What's out? $12. 5, 4, 3, 2. Weekend trip, $85. Your friend invited you to visit for the weekend. I have no way I'm taking no bus. You will have to buy a bus ticket and food, but you can stay with them. Okay, I've been there, done that. I had, you want to go see your friend, you broke his house, and you go on the cheap way. Okay, $85 for the bus. Anybody go once, twice? All right, here we go. Item number 25, morning bakery stop. You know you need your roll, and you know you need your coffee, and you know where you're getting it from. Ain't gonna be no $5 though, but that's okay. If you want it, come and get it. Item number 25. New clothes. You notice you had holes in your underwear. I'm just making that one up, sorry. It might be nice for some new clothes. There are a few items you've had in your wish list for a while. And here's the other part. This is what makes it so hard. And this is about opportunity cost. Yeah. You will go forever without buying new clothes because you're trying to be a champ or you're broke, one or the other. And then you walk by a shirt or a jacket or some pants that you're like, man, I don't get this now. You gone in a month. Opportunity cost. Hey, sometimes you can budget yourself. We're talking about budgeting, how to get to it. You can budget yourself to where you can have the funds available to go do the things that you want. And that's also the other reason for having decent credit. So if you do want to use your credit, you can budget for it, you can pay the whole thing off, you can actually work that into what you want to do. I want you guys to know this. I don't know if you can hear me, but I want y'all to know this. The purpose of budgeting is so that you can create the life that you want. I think most people think that when you create a budget that it's shadows. And in a sense it is, but that's meant so that you don't go off and buy weed instead of getting a lot or not putting gas in your It just stops you from doing stupid stuff and helps you to, push through so that you can get the girl and keep driving. Extended warranty for your smartwatch. $49, anybody? Right. Apartment utilities, $75. At the end of the month, along with the rent, you need to pay for utilities like electricity, water, gas, trash services, like you split the cost of the roommate. So your half is $75 a month. Please make sure you put this into your thing as we go. That's item number 28. Item number 29. Weekly groceries, $85. Again! You've got some staples at home, but you will need to stock up. This is reality, by the way, folks. This is reality. I ate all my dad's food. Now it's coming back on. Oh, no. If you did not buy groceries, by the way, pay $120. That's on number 29. Now, the question is, would you normally do that? That's the question. What would you do?
I'm not thinking about it.
Just buy it. Which means you're going to need a lot of money. Okay, I'm going to make you a broke person when we get to our last I've got one. You know what? I'll make you a Midwest teacher. That's what we have one of those. All right. Go ahead and check your stuff and add up everything that you pay for it. Tell me what the cost is. Now, is that how you would be perfectly honest? Is that how you would normally go in your regular life if you had the money? Okay, which now you know what you need to do. Okay, we're going to talk about the difference between gross and net pay. I want to make sure that you guys have a really good understanding of some of the basic vocabulary. Start off with this. Oh yeah, for this one, I can just answer one question. Now, you guys will be coming together. This one. I believe on this one. So this will be the point at which I'm going to group you guys up, and then we're going to finish off with your groups together. And then I will be giving you guys your people, your human beings that you will help guide through life. Let's watch the video real quick, and then all you have to do is answer that single question. Real simple, not too hard. When somebody asks me how much I make, I tell them how much I make in a year. Straight gross. Nobody ever tells people what they make net, because you're going to sound a little sad. Now, gross pay, I've been teaching for 21 years. I'll tell you all this for all this from. Gross pay, I make about, I just got a raise too, so right now I'm probably going to make more than this. $121,000 a year. Gross. That's all the work that I do, plus my salary, everything else like that. Some years it's a little bit more because teachers, you can double up, triple up, and do some other stuff. So, my base pay is $121,000 a year. 6 years as a teacher. Yeah. You didn't know that? Oh, California. Now, don't go to the South or the Midwest. That's when it's bad. But anyway, the point is, that's my gross. Now, if I were to go net, it'd probably be like 100. And I only say that because I have medical plus taxes plus 401. Well, it's not 401k for me. It's 403. But 401k, if you guys know 401k, we'll talk about that in week 4. But I have my investments, plus I have taxes, plus I have medical for my whole family, 4 people. So after they take all that out, then that's what's left, and then that's my paycheck. Now, it's not like I'm not getting, the taxes, I'm probably not ever going to get back. I don't even think about that anymore. In fact, those of you that are over 18 that have done your taxes, I'm assuming you did TurboTax or you went to H&R Block, you're like, taxes? Taxes? What do you mean taxes? What? Taxes?
No, you
I don't pay taxes.
Oh.
That's not like Wesley Snipes. He said taxes? What taxes? Eventually, at some point, with your smaller jobs, you'll be able to go. You have to pay your taxes. If you don't pay your taxes, they will come and get you. They will. Now, they're not going to come and get you for your little $500. They don't care about your $500.
Over 600.
They really start caring about you after you get over 100. That's when they care. But it doesn't mean they won't come find you at 80 or maybe even 60. If you really are not paying your taxes. The more blatant it is, the worse it is. We're going to talk about taxes next week, by the way. That's next week. Geez, that's going to be a good one. Anyway, if you go to H&R Block right now or you go to TurboTax, more than likely you're going to get a refund. I have to work on my refunds. I have to actually try really hard to get a refund. I have to show that I have I've done certain things. I have to write as much off as I possibly can. That's part of the reason I have 2 businesses. It's part of the reason I use my house as a business so I can write that stuff off, write my car off, do whatever I possibly can to get not have an IRS up my butt. I just don't want them anywhere near my money because they will find you. As a young person, you will get a refund. In fact, right now, enjoy this moment. If you are from 18 to 25 and you don't make a whole lot of money, this is going to be the best time of your life. You're going to come out every tax season. What do you mean I got to do? No. What do you mean I got to? Jeff, you remember those refund days? Those were nice. I remember every April, I was like, oh man, I'm going to get my refund check. It's going to be great. Go out and blow it. Yeah. Blow it all. Nowadays, the tax man coming. The tax man kicking. I just had to have that moment. Sorry, it just hurts my soul. Anyway, but with your gross, you do get some dividends. So I pay into my 403B, I pay into my pension, which the state also matches. And I get medical insurance, which is great. And then what's left is what I get in my actual check. So there needs to be an understanding as far as what your gross and your net is. And normally when you talk to most people, they'll tell you exactly what their gross is. So if I'm talking to somebody and they're actually asking it, I'll be like, I'm like 121. But in reality, you gotta cut back what's really coming. And it doesn't mean that I'm not making that, because some of it's going toward my retirement, and I'm paying for my kids to have, nice things and go to the doctor and stuff like that. That's important. So that's why I want to go off of that. When creating your budget, should you use gross pay or net pay? Explain your reasons. Think about this for a second. We're talking about budgeting. Why? Yes, you're correct.
Because it's actually what you earn.
Yes. What's actually coming in your check, what you can actually use. If you're sitting there using your gross pay to hit your budget, well, you're lying to yourself. If you go, and there's going to come a point where you invest. You want to use your net because your net is your pay. Now, at some point in your life, you're going to get your first job. Hell, I remember my first job, our actual salary. I think I was making $2,000 a month. That's great. Most of that ever made that point. Regular, consistent. I was working for Terminus. I never had a salary job, and it was cool. And they even had bonuses too, which was the best part. But that was $2,000 gross. When I got my check, obviously it was a little less because of taxes. I was actually getting medical insurance, but it was only me. I didn't have 3 other Negroes that I take care of. And I was not putting in 401k. So the rest of it was all coming to me. So you have to look at it from that perspective. All of the life samples I'm going to give you guys, I think 2 or 3 of them are similar to where you guys are at. The rest are where like me and Jeff are at. I want you guys to have an understanding that some of you might stay single for the rest of your lives, whether you want to or not. But just understand. But my buddy is so funny. My buddy, I've known this guy since I was 18. We've been friends forever. And he drove from Tennessee in his nice car. He has an Audi. He has no kids, he has no wife. He owns a house, but like he can go anywhere he wants to. He's like, I drove around the United States. Now I went to this country. Now I went to that country. And now I drove from Tennessee down to California. I think I'm gonna move back over here. Imagine the Herculean effort for one of us. Let's just say to drive across the state with our 2 children and our wife. Can you think about that for a second? What would the difference between you individually driving across country versus me and Jeff driving with our children and our wife.
You have to pay for other people's stuff
Oh
as
my
well.
Lord. So every time we stop, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm hungry. Somebody needs something to drink. Oh man, I really gotta go to the bathroom. You gotta stop, you gotta stop, you gotta stop, you gotta stop, you gotta pay, you gotta pay. Somebody's hungry, somebody got hurt, some kid got to fight in the back. Now I gotta stop the car. I'm not driving an Audi sports car, I'm driving a minivan or a Suburban. Thanks for gas. Oh, except for the minivan. I like the minivan. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not driving over. I'm gonna appreciate the minivan. It's actually kind of cool. It has all the pockets and the drawers and the doors. It's real nice. Check it out. You're like, hell no. Have you ever driven a minivan? Well, they don't know.
It's like driving a sports car. Minivans are.
Don't go that far.
No, it is. My dad has a Honda Odyssey Sport Touring.
Right. They are nice and they're actually fast. I wouldn't say they're sports cars. You could say they're the family sports car.
You don't expect it when you put your foot on the gas.
No, you really don't. But it's not a sports car. I'm not gonna go there like that. I don't even want to do.
They're just top heavy sedans.
Now, if you pull up to your dick in a minivan, he's like, hey, look at my minivan. Did you borrow your father's car? All right, let's go to the next one. Needs and wants. Oh man. Needs and wants. I'm talking about this one. The next thing you will need to do when creating a budget is look at your expenses and figure out which ones are needs and which ones are wants. Watch this video to learn about the difference between needs and wants. Then answer the questions, needs and wants. I just want to talk about this real quick. And we kind of did that already when we did the first assignment. What are your needs? What are your wants? And sometimes your wants feel like needs. I really need that sports car. I really need those shoes. I really need that girl to go out with me. I really need that jewelry. I really need that makeup. I really need me and you, we share a tech web. I really need that computer. I really need that weed. Man, I felt like I did. But what I needed was a lock that worked. I wanted weed. I needed a lock. I wanted to go to the party, but I needed gas. Here we go. You have 2 questions. Try to answer the questions as the video goes. Hopefully it's not like the last one. Go ahead and answer those questions, please. I think it's pretty obvious. Everyone should have the same list of needs. Do you agree with this statement? Why or why not? Now, my personal opinion, I don't think everybody has the same list of needs. Yeah, I know. I really don't think so. And it really depends on how you grew up and what your expectation of a need is. Truly. Some people need to always dress super nice. Sir, you came out looking fly as hell. I'm assuming that is your regular every day. I don't know. Would you like it to be? My friend, I don't think I've ever seen him not in a sports car. Even when he would be supposedly broke, he was always on the way to have a nice car. Because for him, the need was to always have a car that was super freaking fast and looked beautiful on the outside. Why did that need? No. In fact, when he pulled up in his new booty car, Audi Porsche, whatever the hell that thing was, he saw my RAV4. He thought, hey, watch that thing once in a while. I got kids. I be having stuff to show you. I know, but you know what? That's it. But then you come in my house though, and you see this, and you see I've got several computers. I got tech everywhere. Like that's what my life is. But those are all wants, right? We don't need to have the great setup planet. It's nice. Now, what's for your job? Is it a need or what? Yeah. Now, can they be both? I don't think so. In fact, you can create your life to a point where the things that you want are now needs because they go with how you do what you do. Let's say you have a job where you need to dress fly every day. You can't. You ever see professional athletes when they come in work? Well, obviously they're going to go play ball. But you see how they dress, right? Rarely do you see it do. And I forgot to put the up here. But rarely do you see a dude that didn't get a haircut or didn't brush hair or do that. Rare. Every single one of those dudes looks fly. Why? Because along with playing basketball or football, they also brand themselves so that they can make more money doing that. Am I wrong or am I right? So if they come in looking nappy with like the worst shoes from Payless, is somebody gonna hire them? Is it still a need or what? What are we doing now? Yes, sir.
What document is this on the budget
This is
basics?
FL.
Budget basics?
Yes.
Got it.
All right, so whether you agree or disagree, that's really a theoretical on that one. But I don't think she's completely wrong. I think what she's thinking is, I need medical. Let's go off of this, and we're going to talk about these anyway. Let's go off of basic needs that all of us need. Let's talk about that for a second, because it's going to go into the budget in a second. Sir, what is a need that nobody else cannot need? You need this. Food. Need food, gotta eat. Sir, give me another need. Water. Water, gotta drink, gotta have something with it. I'm just going to say, have any of you, well, except for, I mean, maybe me and him, I don't know about you. How many of you have ever actually drank tap water regularly? Yeah, okay. Look, it's okay. It's still good water. Just, it's okay. You're just like, hell to the no. Okay, so water's available. Fresh, clean, running water, whether it comes out the bottle or not. What else? There needs that everybody needs, no matter what.
Not that everybody does.
Well, everybody out there, true. Healthcare, I know that. A need for healthcare. By the way, do all people have healthcare? No.
You need insurance.
Oh, so like what he said. So you're saying
Like
insurance, insurance, or just
vehicle
insurance
insurance.
for
Vehicle insurance.
insurances. Okay, let's count health in it. Health insurance, car insurance, house insurance. And by the way, if you're a renter, there is such a thing as rental insurance. Did you know that? It's just in case something happens to the entire, let's say the entire apartment goes up in flames. Who's going to pay for all the stuff you just lost? Rental insurance. Now, you don't have to get rental insurance, but some people do. But I would definitely say in this state and in this country, you have to have car insurance. You have to have home insurance. In California, you have to have home insurance. It's illegal.
It's the minimum requirement.
It's a requirement. Anything else? Needs. Shelter. Along with you ain't gonna put insurance on a lot. So yes, you have to have shelter. Everybody needs shelter in some way, shape, or form. But you see, there's some folks that don't have that. So that's their immediate need. Yeah.
You need a mode of transportation.
Okay, let's talk about that for a second. Modes of transportation. I like how Jeff was just shaking his head. Okay. Modes of transportation. Do you really need a car? Okay. He's kind of giggling a little bit. I don't know if he just on his phone or he's laughing because he already had a thought. Sir, do you need a car? Why do you need a car? Why do you need a car?
To get from the point.
Can you walk to work?
I mean, to work.
Can you walk to work? Can you take a bike? Could you ride a bus?
I didn't miss that.
Okay, so explain to me. You gotta explain it. Come on, man.
I'm gonna say school first.
Okay. No, I know where you're going. I'm with you. I want to hear you say it before I do.
Okay, so me going to Pennsylvania, which is in Los Angeles, taking I can take the train and live. That's like, that's fine.
Yes.
So,
So it's not a need, it's a want. You could make it, it would just suck and it would be hard.
Yeah.
Now, I was born in Wood, but like my parents moved me out to Ontario when I was like 7 or 8. And I don't know if you know where JP College is, or where Ontario is. I'm giving some geography that you may not know. But I had to take the bus from Ontario up to Rancho, and I had to move it from bus to bus. I complained about that mess every day. Yep. It sucked. It was hard, but did I make it to school? Yes. I saved a lot of money too, which actually is really cool. I hadn't even realized how much I could have saved in the car. But no, I'm with you. For your intents and purposes, you're saying it's a need. Therefore, you know that with that need of having a car, you also have to pay for gas, insurance, and maintenance, and now you're taking all that off. Okay. Other needs, actual needs. And I'm not sure if cars would technically be counted on this list. Clothes. Okay, you gotta have clothes. How about nice clothes? Is that a necessity?
No.
Okay. That's what might be the difference between having a car and having a car. You could even, so much so, let's say for cars, going back to cars and transportation, you could actually scooter to a point where it might be easier to take a transit to get to where you need to get to. Or maybe you get no car, you move closer to campus by exchanging the.
And that's, you gotta spend money on
it. He's not wrong. Well, the question is, how much are you paying on the car versus how much you can pay for rent?
Yeah, way less.
What about living on campus?
Way less. I mean, way less. Yeah, way less.
I got to challenge you though. No, I'd have to look at the numbers, but by the way, I am renting an apartment right now. Close to the college that you go to. Try one example of something that might be a need for you, but a want for somebody else. We kind of were just talking about that. Might be a need for you, but a want for somebody else. I definitely have to say a car. might be something, because some people will just figure out a way. Some people just don't have a choice. They won't be able to get
Some
called.
people rely on this.
Ooh, yeah, I've heard of that. Oh, lots of people don't even have licenses. That's the crazy part about y'all generation.
Some people need a computer for the. Some people need a computer for the work. And some people.
Yeah, some people need a computer for their work. Some people don't. Here's the other part. I have this one. I also have that one. I forget what I have a game laptop. I also have an Apple computer. I love my Apple. I also love this. But I have different computers for different things that I do. And as I'm working, I'm sitting there going like, oh, somebody will give me a computer. And I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, where some people won't even know. It's like, I notice immediately, like, it pisses me off. And I can't work on that.
But I'm still listening.
Yeah.
No, yeah, like, you deserve to not say something.
And but you'll also notice like the speed at which you can do things and how you can open things up and how you can get information fast on certain things. Like my equipment has to work with the speed of my brain. I know you know. You're gonna put a 1 next to those things that are needs, a 2 next to things that are high priority wants, a 3 next to low priority wants. You can leave some of these blank and then you can just fill them in later. And by the way, some of this stuff may not even fit your lifestyle. So fill in the empty boxes, and lastly, fill in the empty boxes that you value that we haven't included. So if there are things in your life that we didn't die to think of, that this thing didn't think of, then go ahead and put those things down. Work with your partner to figure out if those are either ones, or you guys can work individually and talk about it after the fact, after you've gone through. Because it might be different. It might be very much the same. And that's part of the reason why I wanted to work with somebody a little bit younger than you, because I'm going to be giving you guys a different life. I told you, I'm going to give you people. And you guys will be doing budgeting on people. Okay. Go ahead and start. Oh, by the way, if you guys can't seem to come up with the same number, by the way, like what I was doing, if you put a dash for it, like we're doing the same thing, but we split on one of them. So far, we're pretty much the same. But on this, so let's pretend you roughly have $900 per month to divide on the categories above. Reflect on your priorities that you've set above and create a budget for the needs and wants that you'll be able to fulfill each month. So you can start to put in what the items are, the amount that you'll be willing to spend. This is the point at which you're going to figure out who you are as a person and what your budget means to you. Now look, start to talk to your partner, and me and my partner, we had to split on a couple different things. Part of it's age. We're pretty much the same on this. For the most part. I do want to talk to a couple different groups, and you guys can continue working. Let me go there. Did you guys match up on a 5 days? Did you guys want to go? No. Okay, you might want to talk. Actually, look at yours, look at hers, let's see where you guys actually talk to each other. Yeah, we put our split differences, so when you see two numbers, that's where we split. Did you guys match up? Are you the same? Are you different? It's gonna come back on our bus. I want to put more 10% of your growth. I didn't know what to do. So it's not a need, but it's a high priority. I didn't know how to use it. Okay, professional. So it's I put that one. Okay, cool. That's some of that. But it is a priority, right? I'm trying to say, you need the phone. So if you didn't have phone, I mean, I grew up in a time we didn't have cell phones, but now, yeah, I don't you put one or two on there? Oh, yeah. He's like, I would like to, but it's my soul. Yeah. All right. You guys cross-check together. I don't know about questions. I'm You see the sticker on the back, right? The AY, annual pass holder. I used to have one of but they said we could write off. Oh, you know what I said? What you got, Chris? Okay, so you got a low rider. So that means could you go without or something?
Actually, no, like, we have one.
I mean, look at me.
Yeah.
What do you use on an everyday basis to go without it? Okay, so we're so you're like really one guy at IG. You're like, so you're saying it's a meeting. You're saying it's a high. So no more there's something you gotta do that. Means something like that class or like keyboard. Okay, that's me. There you go. See, dining out, you guys just saying gym memberships. You guys go to gym? Really? Y'all need to look at those gym to get out of the gym bros.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Well, I don't know the other one. Okay. All right. What's that? All right, gentlemen. That's the same school, yeah. I want to be doing this. I'm trying to get you a car, a girlfriend, I'm trying to marry him out the house. I'm trying to get it going.
I'm working on this.
Okay, all right. Let me run through this. Like I said, I'll take another 15, 20 minutes, but. Okay, so go ahead and open this up real quick, and then we're going to answer these questions, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to set us up. I'm going to explain budget. I'm going to show you the life plans that I put together. What we'll do is when we come back next time, we'll run the life plan, the budget, and then I'll attach it to what we're going to talk about with taxes, because it really does come together. So, go ahead and see where it says, what is a budget? Go ahead and click on that. Hopefully it's the same one that I ended up going with. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of blur through this a little bit. So a budget is a tool for managing your income, expenses, and other financial goals. I want to say this again. Your budget is you. And I remember when my father actually said, "What do you do with your budget?" I'm like, whatever, because I'm thinking if I get a budget, what's going to happen? It's going to lock me down. It's going to keep me from living my life, buying my weed, hanging out with my girls, not buying my gas when I want to, because it's my life. I do what I want. You know what they say? I had a really good phrase on it. They say that true freedom isn't truly free. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
When you ever see that, let me explain it a different way. And for my older brothers in the back there, y'all seen the Chappelle show? Okay, he did an episode where he talked about when keeping it real goes wrong. True freedom isn't really free. You can keep it real 100. Man, I don't buy no gas. I don't get my nigga that. I don't care what she said. I'm going to go over there and say what I want to say. Oh, my mom, she can talk to me right now. Hell, what's up? You probably know some people like this. Sometimes you have to look at the Sometimes you have to look at the ugly truth, the ugly, nasty truth, and you have to confront it so that you can move on and become a better person. By the way, this is why everybody should get therapy at one point in their life. I didn't want to say that. Because sometimes the thing is, we're going to be putting together a budget. And you're going to have to write some stuff out there. You may not get to Disneyland for another couple of years, and I hate to say that, because you have other priorities. Now you're going to get married. You might want kids in the next 2 to 3. And they only stay free at Disneyland for maybe the first year. Which is hilarious. Sir, at some point, you're rather going to have to give up the car or make sure, I don't know what kind of car, how's the maintenance on the car? Good?
You said the maintenance?
Yeah, maintenance. How's the maintenance? Got a Toyota?
It's okay.
Okay,
I'm just joking.
I mean, if it starts making noises like this, then it's the belt. It's the belt. Timer belt.
Yes.
I had that one.
I switched it to a thousand.
Yeah, this thing's run. That's all I have. You got a Toyota? But I'm not just telling you to actually do it. I'm just saying you're at a point in your life where you're going to start making decisions. And some of the decisions that you're going to have to make are going to be incredibly hard to make. That's why we make budgets. It tells us there's no single right way. I like how they put that. There's no single right budget for everybody. And the best part is it tells you who you are immediately and what you can and cannot do. And sometimes that's sad. Because sometimes you find out that you're broke or in debt or that you spend too much money on shoes.
That's my problem.
So, how to make your budget? Figure out your take-home pay. There's only 4 of us in here that actually have a real job, so the rest of y'all, maybe when we get to that point, come next week, maybe what we do is we figure out how much money you actually bring in a year. You probably get birthday card money, or you probably do odd jobs, or whatever. You're working a day. We can figure that out. You probably usually make at least under 5 to 10 grand a year. And that's something. You can budget off of that. You go to the gym, who pays for that? Parents? Okay, well, at some point they're gonna kick you off that way. And that's the part of growing up. Everybody's different ages in here. I'm trying to tell you this. There's so many things that I thought my parents would help me out with and continue to hold on me, and when they would kick me off, because now I gotta pay $200-300 a month. You're gonna start killing it. That's like, oh, I gotta pay an extra $100, extra $200. Oh, they're not gonna let me on the gas card anymore? Oh, you mean I gotta pay for my insurance? You pay for your insurance? Oh. Wait till that day comes, bro. Okay, that's another lead story though. I have a problem. I wasn't always the teacher in the family. So I went to a party, we had a lot of fun, I overspent off my budget. By this point in time, I actually wasn't a budget, I just broke the budget. Overspent, couldn't pay my insurance, had to wait like a full month to get paid. And in that time period, I'm like, oh, that would be I figured I was a good driver. The day before I was about to pay for my insurance, and my insurance had just lapsed. Bam! Wow! It wasn't even my fault, but I couldn't get my truck, and now that's when I had to take the bus up to Jamie. 1 year it took me to save back up to get another car. It just happens like that. That's life. Track your expenses. Know what you're actually spending your stuff on. That might be a little wild if you're younger, but as you are in your late teens, you probably already have a trend going. Choose your budgeting method. We're going to talk about that today. We're definitely going to talk about this right here. I'm going to show you another budgeting method. 50, 30, 20. Has anybody ever heard of that before? Okay. Yes, needs, wants, it's like budgeting, savings budgets. Compare your spending to your method suggested category. I'm going to show you that. Review your budget regularly. If you do not review your budget regularly, here's what ends up happening. Sir, would you say you're the same person you were 6 months ago? Would you say that you'll be the same person 6 months from now? And that's exactly what a budget is. Because what happens is in that time period, things things happen. You end up getting a car. You go to college. You get a girlfriend. Thank you, Brad. You get a girlfriend. You get a car. You get a new job. So you go up in income. Yay. You get married. All these things are different. We change our lives constantly. And if your budget doesn't change with the things that you were doing, then it won't match the life that you actually have. And that's why budgets are so significant and important. And when you don't budget, then you will find out it's truly insanity. This is where they talk about the 50-30. And I want to briefly go over this before I show you that thing. And then I'm going to show you the life. I'm going to show you the lives that I created, and then we'll briefly talk about those lives. And I won't tell you what you're going to get for next week, but at least you'll have an understanding of what you can get. So 50, 30, 20. 50% for needs, 30% for wants, 20% for savings and debt pay down. This is important. Some people make this 30%, by the way. In fact, you can even do something where you have enough to live on for 6 months based on all your bills. Does that make sense? Okay. Sir, at some point you're going to move out. And when you do move out, think about the fact that you're going to have to pay for apartment, pay for electricity, pay for water, and all that other stuff. Imagine take all of that and save all of that for 6 months. That's what you need. Enough to where if you lose your job or something happens, that you will be able to survive with your current lifestyle for 6 months. Now, I can give you a number on what that is, but I bet if you start to think about your lifestyle and what you might want in your home and however you might want, it's quite a bit of money. But it depends on where you live. I mean, you live in here, you live in Long Beach, you live in Orange County. He's good. You have expensive taste, sir. You like nice stuff. So you live on the low, and you're okay. Okay, cool. Where are you guys going to live?
We're in the East.
What city? I'm curious, sir.
What city? We're looking around Compton, Carson, Inglewood. We're not in Inglewood.
Not Inglewood?
Yeah, because our jobs are centered in Carson, I was in Compton.
Yeah, so you guys are trying to find something that's central.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're looking, because we're both from South Central, right?
Okay.
So we want to come closer to where we work, but also like a
Be
lot
close
of
to
our
family and friends and get your jobs. Makes sense. Okay. Carson's very nice. I've heard, a lot of my friends are starting to move there, and I wish I'd gone there myself. I live on the east side of Long Beach, like over by the airport. I told you I have an apartment. But like, I'm always trying to. Well, I was telling you, I'm getting there. So I was telling you, I own a bed space as well. So when you said you're getting married, I was like, oh, hey. But if you still have a reception, you can come from there over to Long Beach. But it's right off of Pine. I've never Pine is in Long Beach. Sevilla's is Pine and Broadway. That's actually where my space is right there, right up the street from the convention center.
We can talk.
Yeah, definitely Jeff was laughing because she works there. 60-30 budget. I want to show you this nice budgeting. Oh, why is budgeting important? We talk about that. Saving for the future, that's important. Talk about that more next week. I did want to show you the 60-30. This is a 60-30 actually. So that's 60-30. 60 for total expenses, 30 goes toward wants, 10% goes toward that. Your goal, by the way, should always be to try to get more into your savings and debt repayment. And this doesn't even need to be debt repayment. It could be stuff like your 401k. It could be investments, all that other stuff. I keep trying to tell y'all that if you want to start to invest now at a young age, then this can grow leaps and bounds, and you can make these do whatever that you want to, because your money is now making money over money, which is making money, which is money making money over money, which is why I have business, which is why I have an extra apartment for you if you ever need it, which is right near your college. It's very accessible if you don't need a car as well, and having the life that you want to live. I think all of us think about the idea that if I could do anything, what would I do? I want to sit at home and play video games all day. And then go out to my hot tub and just look at the beach. I do that every day and travel around the world. That would be my life. And I can work and help other people do the same. That's also what I would do. That's also why I do what I'm doing right now. So make your life what you want it to be. Try not to get your life stuck into what you never wanted. That's the goal. Make it what you want. Anyway, we're going to finish. Oh, before I do that, let me show you this. I think you're going to like this. So next week, you guys are going to be getting 2 lives to work with. You'll be working with the same partner, so we can kind of get used to that. Where are all my life plans? Actually, you guys can take a look at it yourself. It's in the classroom. It's under. Let's see. There's life cards. Life cards. So next week, you guys will you'll be working with a partner, and you guys will be getting 2 lives to work off of. I will be giving you a budget. So you have your college student, part-time worker. You have, what else you got here? And you can see what these people make. So these are as close as I can possibly get them to reality. Obviously, some of these people you can tell live in California, and some of them live in the East Coast or the Midwest, or the South. Recent grad, entry level, monthly income $5,000. Young couple, monthly income $7,500. Dual income. Single parent teacher, $3,200. Mid-career professional engineer, $6,500. And by the way, as you go through, you'll start to see what their total wants and needs. So needs, wants, savings, debt. And then what we'll try to do is we'll try to max out savings and debt as much as they possibly can while trying to make sure that they accomplish all their needs and get some of their wants too. Like I said, create for life what you want. Freelance artists. Older adult retired. High earner executive. Heavy debt, low income worker. That's what we need, my brother.
Heavy debt, low income worker.
2,500. You got to learn what it's like. I'll give every group a good one and a bad one. So
What's this called?
I guess. Oh, this is called a life arts. You guys have this. It's under the same unit. So unit week 2. It's under budgeting basics. Right here. But everybody's going to get a good and a bad. So I'm messing with you right now, but yeah, everybody will get a good one and a bad. So because you need to know what it's like to have and have not, and have to work it out. Stay at home parent, one income family. Public service worker, high student debt. That's a harsh one. Digital nomad. I wish I could do that. That's what I want. I want to just travel and not. I want to work on the beach with my computer and then fall asleep, drinking a drink, and then wake up and maybe do like a couple trades and then fall back asleep and then wake up again on the beach while it's happening. I know that sounds crazy, but I just went to Costa Rica for 3 weeks. All I did was sit in the hot tub, look at the water. That's it. That's all I did. And I didn't need a TV. It was the greatest ever. New homeowner, high mortgage. Some of you, those of you that at some point are thinking about getting a home, this is going to be part of your reality. You have to deal with the mortgage. Military member, debt-free recreate. I have friends that are like this, by the way. They live on base. They don't pay for anything. They eat off base. They're going to save a lot of money. This is a fun one to do. And lastly, small business owner, pre-profit. I have done this, and I am even currently in the middle of it. Understand it. Anyway, that is it for today. I will see you all next week.